Hello, everyone. I see folks are coming in to the event, so we'll just give it another 30 seconds. I want to welcome everyone to the 4th Annual Bill Iwen Environmental Justice Awards. My name is Tony Wilken-Gibbart. I am Executive Director of Midwest Environmental Advocates. And this is just a great evening where we get to honor our award winners tonight. So I want to start by welcoming tonight's award winners, Huda Elketh, Guy Ryder, Dana Chernus, and Edie Ellert. Before we go too far, I also want to thank our generous sponsors for their support of Midwest Environmental Advocates and for making tonight possible. So a big thank you to Delta Properties, Carson Black, O'Callahan and Battenberg, Davis Kielthau, Wisconsin Green Muslims, Hawks Quindell, Pinesbach, and Community Shares of Wisconsin. These sponsors, and I know many of you in attendance tonight, contribute to MEA's work. You make our work possible, and we are grateful for your generosity. Generosity really is at the heart of what we are celebrating tonight. It's the generosity of time, spirit, and resources that make the work of our award winners possible. And before we start, I want to ask all of you to consider a contribution to the work of the 2022 Environmental Justice Awardees. To do that, you can visit midwestadvocates.org/give. We're putting a link in the chat right now. You can learn more about our award winners' organizations, the work they do, and you can consider making a financial contribution. We thank you for doing so. As I said, tonight we are recognizing 4 extraordinary individuals from diverse communities around Wisconsin and their contributions to stewarding and protecting the places that we call home. We are honoring the ways in which they have contributed to a legacy of environmental stewardship in this place. And at MEA, when we discuss the legacy of conservation and protecting this land, we start by recognizing that Indigenous people have cared for and protected what we call Wisconsin for millennia, and they continue to do so. The state of Wisconsin encompasses the ancestral homelands of the Dakota, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Mohegan, Mohican, Ojibwe, Oneida, Pequot, and Potawatomi nations. Most of these nations and their peoples remain present in what we now call Wisconsin. Of course, that's important to acknowledge, but it is also important to support Native people and their governments and the work that we do at Midwest Environmental Advocates. We strive to do so, and we encourage others to do the same. Turning now to the contributions of Huda, Guy, Dana, and Edie. They are all making a meaningful difference in the lives of people who have been on the receiving end of environmental harm. They are giving power back to those who have been shut out of decisions that determine our health and our future. We come together tonight to celebrate that power that they have helped create. Our awardees, as you will learn, are truly exceptional, but as we celebrate them, we also recognize the potential that lives in each one of us, the potential to make a difference, to stand up for the health and the well-being of our communities, to protect the environment, and to benefit current and future generations. It's the belief that each one of us has within us the power to make that difference that was shared by our friend, the late Bill Iwen, a Kewaunee County resident, a tireless environmental advocate, and of course, the person for whom this award is named. Bill passed away late last year, shortly after we celebrated the 3rd Annual Bill Iwen Environmental Justice Awards. And so we honor him tonight. He had a lasting impact on his community and well beyond his community through his work to ensure that all Wisconsinites have access to clean water. Bill grew up on a small farm in the Kewaunee River Valley. He would attribute his passion, his dedication for environmental advocacy to his childhood living and working on that small farm in ways that operated in harmony with the land. In the 1990s, Bill grew increasingly concerned about the proliferation of concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, and the detrimental impact that they had on his community's water quality. Manure runoff was increasingly contaminating local drinking water, streams, lakes, and wetlands. But Bill didn't just sit by. In response, he organized his community. He worked alongside his community to found organizations like Tri-Lakes Association and Kewaunee Cares. These are grassroots groups that are dedicated to advocating for environmental stewardship and sustainable agriculture. He led by example, teaching his neighbors how to be watchdogs, how to advocate for themselves, how to report manure runoff events. But most importantly, Bill taught them the power of their own voice. He encouraged them to stand up in meetings, in front of microphones, and in their own words to tell their stories and to speak truth to decision makers. Charlotte Byrel, who is the inaugural winner of the Bill Iwen Environmental Justice Award, described Bill in her own words this way: "It's hard to quantify Bill's influence on raising awareness about environmental issues, but the fact that someone like myself, who has had no experience in environmental science or public health, can effectively communicate the urgency of the issues at hand is a testament to Bill's activism and the impact that just one person can have." So please join me in watching this video about the legacy of Bill Iwen.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Utesh, and I'm here with my husband Lynn tonight to pay tribute to Bill Iwen. As many of you already know, Bill lost his fight with ALS on December 10th of 2021 at the age of 82. Bill was not only a fellow advocate, but a dear friend to many of us. Tonight I want to share a story about early in our advocacy. Bill and I had found a quote, and what it stated was, "I looked around and wondered why somebody didn't do something, then realized I'm somebody." And you know, for us, that was a turning point, because it was in that point in time that we realized that we were the people we were waiting for. In 2011, Bill became a co-founder of Kewaunee Cares. And you know, Bill really embodied that idea of individual responsibility that each one of us has in creating the changes we desire to see where we live. And also the importance of community coming together to collectively work on issues for the betterment of all. Bill was passionate in his love for both the natural world and his community, and he was committed to creating a better future for the generations to come.
Bill was born and raised in Kewaunee, so he watched the damage caused by the industrial farm practice. It was difficult to see Class 1 trout streams degrade from the poisons washed into the rivers and streams. But Bill's voice described with precision the pollution from industrial farms upon our land and water. For those of us who shared coffee and road trips with Bill, Bill showed us the importance of standing up and speaking to the atrocities of confined animals, chemicals and poisons in our waterways, and the destruction of our soil. From Thomas Cretton.
Bill was a courageous educator, mentor, and friend. And tonight we want to also thank the Wisconsinites throughout the state who helped to protect and preserve our state's natural beauty. And congratulate the recipients of the awards, the Bill Iwen Awards tonight, and for their wonderful work that they have done throughout the state. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Bill Iwen made a deep impression on me. Bill's enthusiasm and encouragement led me and so many others in our area to advocate for improved environmental stewardship. In my case, Bill's ceaseless drive led me to leave my comfort zone and to seek political office. Changing long-standing practices and challenging the most powerful voices in a small community is never easy. But at every turn and during every debate, Bill was there to show his support and to rally others to the cause. In the end, Bill's advocacy helped bring about changes to both local and state regulations that will positively impact water and air quality for generations to follow. I and so many others could go indefinitely highlighting Bill's efforts, but suffice it to say that for many reasons, MEA's Community and Environmental Justice Award is aptly named after Bill Iwen. Lee Luft.
I want to thank the members of the Kewaunee County community who contributed to that lovely tribute. And as Lynn Utesh said, it is the personal qualities, the values, the dedication that Bill exemplified that is carried on and present in our award winners tonight. We are so grateful to get to honor them. And so with that, we will turn to the award portion of the evening. And it's my honor to get us started by presenting tonight's first award to Huda Alkif in recognition of her outstanding leadership and dedication to creating a healthy and just future for all people. Many of you know that Huda is an ecologist, educator, environmental advocate. For over 2 decades, she has advocated for environmental justice, initiating Muslim and interfaith programs on energy and water conservation. Huda is the founder and the director of Wisconsin Green Muslims, which is a grassroots organization working to address a wide variety of environmental justice issues related to climate change, clean air, water, healthy food, solar energy, waste reduction, transportation equity. She's also the program manager of the Milwaukee Environmental Consortium and the coordinator of Wisconsin Faith Communities for Equitable Solar. Those of us who know Huda are incredibly impressed with all that she does, and that is just a short summary, but we're not surprised because we see her everywhere. We see her work day in and day out. Just today, she was in 2 meetings with Midwest Environmental Advocate staff. When we gathered in Milwaukee earlier this summer to celebrate Huda, everyone there spoke about the ways in which she had contributed to projects and campaigns that they were working on. Her impact is truly remarkable. So before we turn it over to Huda, we'll watch a short video talking about that impact.
I admire Huda for her strong leadership, which has not always been readily recognized as a woman and as a Muslim. She has such strength and fortitude. Personally, I have learned much from her, especially for the contributions of the Muslim faith tradition toward protecting the environment and for promoting justice. Diane Dagdalen.
Congratulations, Huda, on the Bill Iwen Environmental Justice Award. Hey, we did it. Congratulations. Huda, eyes have seen for years your consistency in calling out climate change and the need for community resilience as an environmental justice concern.
Milwaukee Water Commons is lucky to have your leadership. What you have done on Milwaukee Environmental Justice Roundtable has been amazing. You keep us grounded and you keep us focused on the real issues of the day.
Huda, it's just inspiring to watch you as a leader here in Milwaukee and nationally. There is not a circle of leaders in the environmental movement that I know you're not a part of. And it just is incredible to watch you. Very inspiring.
We are lucky to have you, Huda, among us. Thank you for all the work that you do.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'll just add, Huda, on behalf of Midwest Environmental Advocates, our board and staff, we congratulate you, we thank you, and the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. I'm speechless right now. But I'll start, I'm saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful, I greet you with the Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. So again, I acknowledge that I'm on traditional Potawatomi, Ho-Chunk, and Menominee homeland along the southwest shores of Michigami, North America's largest system of freshwater lakes, where the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnick rivers meet, and the people of Wisconsin's Sovereign and Anishinaabe, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Oneida, and Mohican nations remain present. I would like also to acknowledge that Muslims are celebrating the third lunar Islamic Hijri month, Rabi' al-Awwal, which is the birth month of Prophet Muhammad. God's peace and blessings be upon him. So I'm grateful to have tonight's celebration during these blessed and joyful days. So thank you to Midwest Environmental Advocates. Thank you to all family, friends, and supporters. So I would like to mention that the environmental justice movement has defined the environment as the places where we live, work, play, pray, and go to school. We speak for ourselves, and nothing about us without us became and is the motto of the movement, environmental justice movement, in challenging environmental and all forms of structural racism. And American Muslims are a minority faith group that experiences Islamophobia, discrimination, and structural racism, and such their voices must also be heard. So for 17 years now, Wisconsin Green Muslims works in environmental justice issues as they relate to climate change, clean air and water, healthy food, solar energy and energy efficiency, waste reduction, and transportation equity. We intend to educate the Muslim community and the general public about the Islamic environmental justice teachings, to apply these teachings in daily life, and to form coalitions, collaborations with everyone working toward a just, healthy, peaceful, and sustainable future. Through Wisconsin Green Muslims interfaith initiatives, faith communities for equitable solar, and faithful rainwater harvesting, which connect with over 8,000 Wisconsinites from 19 different faith traditions and spiritualities, we center the healing power of sunlight and rainwater as sacred gifts and trust that gently touch the heart and open the mind with love, light, and power. We provide solar education and assessments and advocate for energy, democracy, and water equity that is community-based, solutions-focused, frontline, BIPOC-led, and justice-centered. It is time to light the way and heal the wound. The intensity of light is stronger in darkness, providing greater opportunity for light to lead the way. Let's continue to work together, centering light and countering darkness, and healing justice. Climate justice and environmental justice cannot wait. Shine on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Huda, and congratulations again. My name is Peg Schaefer. I'm the Director of Development and Communications here at MEA, and it is my honor to introduce our next award winner, Dana Chernus. Dana and her family live along the shores of Lake Superior in Ojibwe Treaty of 1842 ceded territory. Some of you already know Dana. She has been involved in resource extraction resistance since she was 16 years old, beginning with efforts which successfully stopped the Crandon mine. Most recently, Dana has been a leader in working to stop water extraction schemes from an artesian well only a few miles from her home in the town of Clover. This work led her and others to form Lake Superior Not for Sale, an organization dedicated to raising awareness about water exploitation and organizing opposition to the commercial sale of water from the Lake Superior watershed. Dana, it's been a pleasure and an honor to work with you, and I know that many others in your community and around the state feel the same. So now we'll hear from some of them in this short video.
Flora and I want to say we appreciate Dana and all that she does for this and future generations. We want to Thank you for your efforts, your kindness, your thoughtfulness, and your expertise. And we're so happy for you that you've earned this award. And we're grateful to have you in our community and hope to continue to get to work with you on future efforts as well. Thank you.
Hi, John Peck here with Family Farm Defenders, and I'm so excited that Dana Chernus is winning the award this year from Midwest Environmental Advocates. I've known Dana for probably almost 2 decades now. First met her as a student at Stevens Point. We've been involved in so many environmental struggles across the state together, whether it was the Crandon mine or stopping the Nestle water privatization scheme that was proposed near the Dells. So what's really inspired me about Dana's work over the years is she's never given up in these struggles. She continues to do amazing work up in Bayfield and fighting the latest water privatization scheme of Lake Superior, working with the Native community there, defending treaty rights, opposing other horrible, bad environmental projects that would damage her water. And you know, I just find her a really inspiring, passionate voice for the environment. So congratulations on winning this award.
Dana, it's an honor to present you with this award. Please go ahead and unmute yourself. The floor is yours.
Wow. Like Huda, I think I'm speechless as well. I'm really honored to receive this nomination and award and to learn about all the other amazing projects and work that is happening all over the state of Wisconsin. Way up here by Lake Superior, we're pretty isolated, but as you alluded to, Peg, our communities up here are pretty used to fighting different resource extraction projects. And so from a young age, I've had the privilege of learning from what I call the best of the best. You know, I live on stolen land. Town of Clover, as it's currently called, was ceded in the 1842 treaty. And so I think first and foremost, it's important to acknowledge that my Indigenous neighbors reserve the right to fish, gather, and hunt 50% of the resources on this land. And so when this proposal came forward, and we first learned about it in March of 2021, as many small town issues come about, it kind of came to light next to probably the skid steer in the town garage with a couple people saying, hey, did you hear about this project, this conditional use permit that was proposed? And from there, our town denied recommendation of the conditional use permit. Our zoning and planning commission unanimously denied the conditional use permit. Our board of adjustments upheld that decision, and with the help of MEA, all of you, we got that far, and our local voices were heard. So many people came together to make that happen. And like I was saying before, I've been so honored to have worked with so many amazing people throughout the years that have led me along the way from a young age, starting with my parents, who were advocates for the water in our neighborhood in Rib Mountain, South Rib Mountain. So I am humbled to accept this award, but I would like to do so alongside with the Lake Superior Not for Sale Board, who I believe are also present. So I just want to acknowledge them. Patty Carpenter, who you saw in the video, and we're going to call Flora an honorary member of our board as well. She's been there from day one, as well as Jennifer Booley and Carolyn Gouget. I feel like those ladies have really done amazing work, and Lake Superior Not for Sale was truly an effort that sprung from the ground up. And similar to the Crandon mine, it hit a chord with what we call unlikely alliances. If you haven't read Zoltan Grossman's book, Unlikely Alliances, it brings me back to those Crandon mine days when we had steel workers, when we had every political spectrum represented, Indigenous, Native and non-Native communities alike working together for that common thread, which is clean water. I saw in the video honoring Bill the sign that said uphold the public trust doctrine. And isn't that a common thread? I can hear her Bittner's voice at every Wolf Watershed education meeting, talking about the public trust doctrine and how important it is. And I can't stop thinking about all those people that have come before that have made this work possible that aren't with us here today. So I guess also acknowledging all of those people. And John, thank you so much for all the work we've done. And Tony, Peg, Hannah, Adam, Rob, the whole crew over there, you do amazing work and you do it humbly. You come into communities and you lift up the work that's already being done. And I think that you should be acknowledged for the way that you do the work that you do too. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Dana. I pulled this off the wall. I keep this right next to me. So the work that you do is truly inspiring, and congratulations. So my name is Adam Voskel. I'm a staff attorney at Midwest Environmental Advocates, and a lot of my work does focus on our agriculture sector, but I had a chance to work with Dana previously as well in Lake Superior Not for Sale. Now it is my honor to present the next award of the evening to Edie Eller. Edie is the founder and president of Crawford Stewardship Project, an organization based in Southwest Wisconsin's Driftless region that is dedicated to protecting rural communities from the harmful impacts of industrial animal agriculture and extractive industries. In addition, Edie has helped catalyze the formation of a number of other grassroots organizations confronting a wide range of environmental justice issues, including water extraction, frac sand mining, and fossil fuel infrastructure. When I was in Crawford County a week or so ago, someone presented Edie with a poster from years ago of the work that she's been doing. It's been going on for a long time, and this is well deserved. Edie's also played a critical role in the formation of Sustain Rural Wisconsin Network, a statewide coalition of grassroots groups working together to influence agriculture and environmental policy decisions at the local, state, and national levels. Edie, the people of your community have spoken enthusiastically about your commitment to making environmental justice a reality in Wisconsin. I've gotten to hear that firsthand. I've gotten to see it firsthand. But for everyone else on the call, here are a few of them who wanted to tell you how much they value your contributions to the movement.
All through our region, her name is known to all as champion to the ground, water, soil, and air. Her heart beats the rhythm of justice and what's fair, raising the downtrodden for the dollar she don't care. Edie came from Medford, where she learned the French horn, settled down by Copper Creek on a bright and sunny morn, raised up the torch for local citizenry, organizing worthy efforts for all of you and me.
Congratulations, Edie, on a well-deserved award. Thank you so much for creating the job that has become my own passion and work for the last 9 years. I couldn't have asked for a better mentor throughout the process, and I know that having an award for you probably makes you a little uncomfortable. You always remind us that it's always us, we the people who are doing it, not any one individual, but you've certainly put in the time and energy and the passion, and I'm very glad to be a part of this with you.
When Edie was in school, she was often reprimanded for talking out of turn, a chatterbox. But that ability to speak assertively has been an asset for her. She's been an advocate for the water, the land, and the air for decades. Because she kept speaking up, she became an educator, sharing her knowledge freely. One cannot be in her presence for long before learning something about advocacy, the law, environment, and local government. But Edie is not a lone wolf. She put great effort into developing and maintaining a strong group in Crawford County. Kudos to Edie for her decades of commitment and efforts.
Wow. Had I known that I was going to be competing with a song, I would have prepared something more. What an amazing video. I've had the pleasure to work with Edie on a whole bunch of projects over the last few years, and Edie's tenacity and dedication and willingness to work for her entire community is truly awe-inspiring. Edie, you are unbelievably deserving of this award, and I invite you now to, I think you already have unmuted your mic, and share your thoughts. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. I was kind of in tears over the video. I had no idea. I want to start by saying I am deeply honored to receive the Midwest Environmental Advocates Bill Iwen Conservation Award. Working on various environmental issues most of my adult life is immensely rewarding, and I really do know the best people. Bill Iwen and I were quite fond of one another, sharing humor in the face of the devastation created by CAFOs in his home county of Kewaunee. There's still a lot of issues going on there. They're dealing with water and air issues all the time. Lots of help from MEA on that front as well. And those folks have had to continue to deal with these. Don't be fooled, just so folks know, nutrient management plans, they don't mean clean water. And frankly, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing now, it kind of legalizes overspreading of manure. MEA is a lifeline for so many of us across the state in dealing with extractive and polluting industries here. Always respecting and listening to the people most effective. They're a group that works tirelessly and respectfully with the citizens. As Adam mentioned, part of Sustain Rural Wisconsin Network, we and MEA helped form that group way back in 2006 when CSP first formed. We've done some really excellent work in Crawford Stewardship Project over the years, and we've stumbled sometimes too, and always learning. Facing up to the challenges of industry does take a toll on each of us, and it also grows us stronger together. One success that stands out to me is realizing that most everyone here now knows what karst geology is, thanks to Dr. Kelvin Rodolfo and CSP. And when we first mentioned that geology under our soils, eyes rolled and the science was ignored and we were criticized for being, who knows what. And now we see the beginnings of improvement in making science-based decisions. We are inspired by what others do in the northwest part of the state. Those folks are working on ordinances, CAFO operation ordinances, and we're taking their lead and wanting to get folks here going to our board meetings and listening to what the board members have to say while over time presenting these sorts of ordinances. I too want to acknowledge the Crawford Stewardship Project board and staff. And they're just the best folks to get to work with. Someone asked me, what does inspire me? And I have to say that the natural world, the outdoors, I go out in the woods and the rivers a lot and it feeds my soul. And the other really is getting to work with the very best people. It is recognizing that there's this dichotomy of the great strides that we make and just what a challenge the concerns are that are always in front of us. I figure I use the skills that I have, and I'm really, really grateful for the many who use their skills because it really is all of us together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Edie. We appreciate all your work, and it was a pleasure to visit your hometown and area a few weeks ago at one of our events. So very thankful for that. Tonight, my name is Hannah Mortensen. I am the Development and Communications Coordinator for Midwest Environmental Advocates. And I have the pleasure of honoring our last and final awardee, Anakowet or Guy Ryder. He is a community organizer, an author, amateur archaeologist, a lecturer, and a member of the Menominee Constitutional Task Force. He is the executive director of the grassroots community organization, Menominee, if I pronounced it right, which is also known as the Menominee Rebuilders. The initiatives of the Menominee Rebuilders include energy sovereignty, women leadership, food sovereignty involving youth and culture, and protection of the Menominee River. As a water activist, Guy has worked to protect the Menominee River from the Back 40 project, which was a proposed open pit metallic sulfide mine near the banks of the river. This mine could have harmed the environment, affecting the water in the region, which is historically significant to the Menominee Nation. Thanks to the efforts of Guy and other mining activists over 2 decades, the Canadian Energy Exploration Company withdrew from the Back 40 project. Guy continues to fight against further mining efforts and advocates for the protection of the community and the environment. Thank you for your time and dedication to the Menominee River, emphasizing our connection to the earth and advocating for generations to come. Congratulations, and please give me just a brief second for me to share my screen for the video.
Congratulations, Aniquet, on this well-deserved recognition. You have been a tireless advocate for the Menominee River for so many years, traveling the state, organizing groups, building coalitions, doing speaking engagements to help people understand the importance and beauty of the Menominee River and why we all need to rally around together to protect this amazing body of water. Thank you for all of you've done for so many years. I've learned a lot from you. Your organizing skills are fabulous, and I look forward to working with you for many years to protect the Menominee River from the threat of the Back 40 mine.
My name is Beth Waukeshan. I'm Guy Ryder's partner. Just wanted to extend a heartfelt message to you for all that you've done for our community and our family. We love you and appreciate you very much. I know this work is never easy, but it's always worth it. And so thank you for all that you've done on a local, state, and federal level. You've taught our children what it looks like and to protect Mother Earth and to do the things that need to be done to build networks and partnerships and to ensure that this place that we call home is maintained and taken care of. And so we appreciate and honor you. I know that you do this work regardless of any awards, but tonight we'll take some time to really appreciate and honor the blood, sweat, and tears, the sleepless nights, the phone calls, the meetings, all of the time away, to continue to be a good relative to this earth and those around you. We love you very much. Naha Machwanan.
Guy, so much. The floor is yours if you want to say a few words, so please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hey, Iwen, and that's pretty awesome to see that video. I'm really honored to get this award. I'm kind of one of those guys that we'll celebrate when we win, and we're still got a lot of work to do. So I don't really necessarily stop and think about things like this or think about things like that. Seeing my beautiful partner there is I wish she should be getting an award too, for all the long nights I'm away sometimes and the many speaking trips and, her holding the family down and working a full-time job, but also being a full-time mother. And I wouldn't be and do what I do if she wasn't there. And I'm so grateful to be able to have such an amazing partner in life. And every day I just really am grateful, and to have the children that I have, I'm really honored. As you've seen in some of those pictures, they've been with me the whole way. I try to include them in everything I do. I didn't know if I was going to make this meeting because I was stuck in Chicago traffic. I was actually I'm here to be on this environmental panel tomorrow, and you know, I have my oldest daughter with me right now, you know, and she's going to be here for moral support and really just helping me out. So I thank MEA for this award, and you know, I'm eternally grateful to not only Allison, and to so many other folks I feel like should be here. You know, to Grandma Josephine Mendalman, who's no longer here. You know, I owe her a lot. She's really taught me so many things, as is so many other people in my life, and I'm very appreciative of this award, and thank you guys so much. And you know, we got a lot of work to do, so I don't know. We're gonna have to get off this call here soon and get busy. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Guy. We know that you were fighting Chicago traffic to be here tonight, so it means a lot. You are an inspiration, and this entire evening has been just an inspiring reminder of what is possible when individuals tap into their own power and they unleash the power of their communities. At MEA, we are fortunate to be part of a larger community. We're fortunate to be part of a community of grassroots organizations and individuals who are all working to secure and protect our rights to healthy water, land, and air. We know that we are stronger, that when we work together, when we offer our unique skills and expertise, and when we support and lift one another up. As a nonprofit environmental law center, MEA, we know and we feel that we have a critical role to play to support Wisconsin communities and bringing legal expertise and resources directly to grassroots groups and individuals who are on the front lines of environmental justice, like our 4 award winners. And as we think about the role that we all have to play, again, I encourage all of you to support and contribute these shining members of our community, Huda, Guy, Edie, and Dana. And you can do that by going to midwestadvocates.org/give, learning more about their work, and making a financial contribution if you choose. And I want to thank everyone for contributing to the spirit of the evening by all of the warm and generous comments in the chat. It's been really, really fun to get to see this. For me personally, this is my 3rd opportunity to get to participate in the Bill Iwen Environmental Justice Awards. And this just continues to be one of my favorite nights of the entire year. It always fills me with hope and gratitude for the amazing people that are in my midst every day that we all get to work with. So again, thanks to our award winners. And I want to thank all of you for being here. You contributed to making this just a really special night. So we thank you one final time, and we bid you good night. Thank you.